Hello and welcome to this BEC podcast. My name is Rasmus Beck and I'm delighted to welcome two of the players we will for sure see in the future. Palermo and Delphine Delrue from France. Welcome and thank you very much for coming.
Thanks.
Delphine, you girls have been doing very good in 2018. How will you describe this current situation for you two?
I think yes, we had a good year. We won three titles this year, so that's very nice. I think now we are 35 in the world ranking, so we are happy with this. We want to play a challenge to win some matches and a tournament to have more confidence. But we also play a world tour like Denmark Open, French Open, to get some experience and to get the chance to play against the best player in the world. So,
the three of us, we spoke together at Leuven in Belgium after you winning Belgian International. Leah, looking back now on Belgian International, what kind of week was that for you and Delphine?
I think we were really proud of that week. We had, I think, four matches, which were really good performances, even though I think we had only the final, which was a bit more difficult than the others. But we were, really proud of that result because we didn't lose one set in the tournament, and we had some really solid win against all the pair, and we were proud of what we did, and of course happy with the practice we did a bit before, and then work is paying.
Delphine, when I saw you and Leah on court in Belgium, you were so happy winning that title. It's not often you see people celebrate like you do like that. Were you surprised that you could actually win Belgian International?
Not surprised, but we didn't prepare for this tournament, so when this tournament was really good for us. We beat Japanese pair, so it's always a pleasure to win against this pair. So yes, we were really happy.
Yeah, we were out of a big preparation, development preparation, so we were actually not supposed to be at that level, and physically especially. So that's why we were even more proud of that.
Delphine, one of the other titles you have claimed this year, Mediterranean Games, the kind of a big tournament for you, I suppose. How was that to win that one?
I was just happy to win.
Which I think we just confirmed that. I think it was quite easy matches as well, but it's just such a good feeling to show that we can confirm that we are the best of the tournament, and then just win easily. That of course that's a lot of proudness because we play for France and for the Olympic team, even though that's not the big Olympics, of course, but it's still a kind of good proudness for our country as well.
If we look at badminton in France right now, we see a lot of young players coming. We have not that many old players left. Delphine, how do you see badminton in France now?
Yes, I think the young players are very good because we saw that in European Championship they won 3 titles, and the team invent too. So we saw also that Arnaud lost in semi-final in the Youth Olympic Games. So that's very. I think in the future we have the chance to have medals in the world or something like this. I think.
Yeah, looking at the younger players, and looking at you also. You are also two of the younger players. What is going well in France at the moment?
I think it's we start to believe more and more that we can do good stuff on court, on the international court. Actually, I think there's a big change when we saw that, for example, Brice or Renan and Audrey can get medals at Europeans. That just show that we can do it as well. And I think youngs also can be inspired of that these results from the seniors. And I think it's also up here, and you know, it's a state of mind which changed a lot from the past. When we enter a court, then yes, I know I can do that. I know I can win. I know I can confirm I'm the best on court, and I think it's also up here.
Delphine, looking for the future, maybe not in the long perspective, but also in the short one, will France be a dominating factor in Europe, you think?
Yes, I think in Europe we can be a big country. We saw last year that we won 2 medals at the European. So I think, yes, next year or in 2 years we can be a big country in Europe.
Looking at the two of you on court, Leah and Delphine, you're not totally the same type of player, to be honest. Can you please enlighten us a bit, Leah? What's your role and what's Delphine's role when you play on court, you two girls?
I think we don't have specific roles. I think, of course, we have a type of play, like me more comfortable at the back, and then Delphine more at net. But I think even though I'm a bit older than Delphine, it's like we share a lot, we communicate a lot. There's no best player on court. It's just about communication and yeah, sharing. It's not there's no specific role. We don't want to do that. We just play with instinct, I think.
Delphine, you're a bit younger than Leah, no offense there. But how is it to have a more experienced player next to you?
But like she said, we talk a lot, and I think that's helped me to be better on court, because yeah, she can share some experience that she had before. So it's nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Delphine, you play with Tom in the mixed doubles. Leah, you also play mixed doubles once in a while. How is it to play both categories?
I think to play both categories helps us in both, because for example, when you play mix, you can focus on the net. So in women's double, after you can be more ready to play net, more consistent in serve and return. So
Does it make you a better player, Leah, for your women's doubles also to play some mix once?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also a matter of handling the pressure a bit more, yeah, with more easiness. And I think when it's, I think we have the same feeling about that. Playing mixed double helps a lot in ladies double, with the net, with the first 3 shots, with the defense as well, with a lot of pressure in the defense, with the boy hitting, and in the contrary, in the same way, ladies double with the consistency help a lot with the mixed, and yeah, I think it helps overall.
Delphine, the thoughts about playing 2 categories, is that the players choosing, or is it the coaches choosing for you to play 2 categories?
But I think we talk about this with the coaches, and we make decisions together. It's not just us or the coach who take the decision.
Looking behind the court now for you girls, you have Imogen Bankia, one of the best mixed players for the last decade, former world medalist at the World Championships, silver medals. What does that mean for you, Delphine, to have Imogen behind the court now as a coach?
It's really nice, because we know that she was a really, really good player. So when she talks, we listen, and we know that she said it's a good thing for us. So, and she can bring us some experience also. So that's really nice.
Leah, looking at you as a pair, you and Delphine, who is inspiring you? Who are your inspirations?
I think we really like, of course, the Danish game. Camilla and Christina, of course, they just show that they can be strong, creative. I don't know, plenty of other stuff, and especially really dangerous against the Asian pair. And I think this is a style of play that we really like, because we feel that we can play that way as well.
So the offensive style.
Yeah, and then the fact of being creative and dare, I don't know, playing trick shot and then use deception all the time. I think they really play this way, and then we want to play this way. Of course, there's the Japanese style of play that we need to handle. But we at everyday practice we work on that deception, we work on that trick shot, we work on several things. But we want to, I think, be part of this that kind of play.
Delphine, where will we see you and Lea in 2 years from now?
I think in the Olympics in Tokyo. The goal for us is to qualify for this, so I really hope we can play in Tokyo.
It's going to be a hard year, 2019 Olympic qualifications. What are your thoughts around that?
Of course, it's our first qualification, so it's all new for us. So, of course, the coaches are important here. With also Baptiste Carême played that kind of period of the year, and he knows how to handle it. And of course, he will help a lot. Imogen as well, of course. So I think that's a huge experience for both of us. So of course, we can have. In line Paris, of course, and prepare for that kind of event with good feelings for Tokyo, for example.
Yeah, because Delphine, of course, Tokyo 2020 is a big thing, but Paris 2024, for you guys, it must be so much bigger. Will we see you and Lea at Paris 2024?
Yes, I hope.
Yeah.
If I'm not too old.
Not too old? Yeah, but what are your thoughts around Olympics in your homes? You're living in Paris, both of you. What's living in the city where you have the Olympic Games? What are your thoughts around it?
I think it's huge. It's an amazing opportunity to shine, and it's like a dream come true. And if we can qualify for this, that will be a honor, really. So we really work for that, and we hope that in our might that can be reality. Yeah.
You are a lot of French players who's actually growing all the time, as I can see it. Emilie Lefel and Tron also doing a very good job, but they are also opponents to you, also for the Olympics. How is that, Delphine?
Well, I think we handle it good. We are friends outside the court, but when we enter in court, we just want to do the best to win every matches, and it's a good concurrence.
And how would it feel if it's not you and Delphine, but Anne and Emilie to go to Tokyo?
Of course, I think at first we will, of course, be very disappointed because that will mean that we failed a little bit. But of course, it will be huge to have a ladies double pair competing in Tokyo. It never happened. So of course, that will be a lot of proudness for our country. But we hope that, of course, it will be us.
It will be you guys. Yeah, of course you do. 2019 coming up soon. What are the big goals for you and Lea, Delphine?
But I think we want to win a medal in European this year, because we saw last year that the girl did it. So we really want this year to achieve this goal. And of course, the qualification for the Olympic in Tokyo would be a really big goal for us. So
a busy year coming up in 2019, Lea?
Yeah, very busy, but we're ready for it.
You're ready for it. Thank you very much for stopping by our podcast. We really appreciate it, and good luck in 2019. Hopefully we will see more celebration from you girls. It's always good to see somebody happy on the court, right? Thank you very much for joining us on our podcast, this edition with Lea and Delphine. Go follow them on social media. They're doing a good job. And remember, you can also download our new app. And actually, you can choose these two as favorite players and get the live score results and see the player profiles as well. Stay tuned for another edition of the BEC podcast.